A zombie apocalypse. It's a devastating concept, but perhaps the most devastating part is the collapse of civilization as we know it. What if everywhere around you became dangerous? How would you survive? Are you going to bunker down and wait it out? Or do you think journeying to somewhere safer is the best option? Maybe the real question here is, would you brave the death road to Canada? Hello there, I'm Mike, and this is my channel 10 Damage. Death Road to Canada is a game published and developed by Rocket Cat Games and Mad Garden. It's an action RPG with roguelike elements, and it's very similar to games like Oregon Trail. Basically, the goal of the game is to get from Florida all the way to Canada, hence the name Death Road to Canada. But the catch is that it's infested with zombies. So this is a really interesting and unique style of game, so why don't we just dive right in? Death Road to Canada. I like to think that the story involved is a lot of what you make of it. It's heavily based on the different custom characters that you create. In this game, you get the option to make custom characters, which is personally my favorite feature of this game. Check it out, that's me! I made characters of friends and family too. Each character can have a trait and a perk. None of them are overpowered, and all of them can be helpful on your trip. For instance, perks include mechanics, which can help keep your car in good shape on the road, or healthcare, which starts off your journey with extra medkits. Traits, on the other hand, have a detriment involved. Having a trait like Berserk will give a huge boost to all of your fighting skills, but you die in one hit, and you lack personality stats. Or if your trait is Paranoid, you'll be more aware of your surroundings, and have a good plan when things go bad, but your team might get annoyed with your antics. Perks and traits are a great feature that can add a lot of personality to characters, and it's always fun to experiment and come up with new combinations. I have a few tips when making custom characters in this game. The way I see it, there's three main roles to consider. Fighters that specialize in combat skills, medics that can effectively heal your team, and mechanics that are detrimental to keep your vehicle up and running. Of course, there's other supporting roles too. Perks like Friend of Dog can get you dogs to join your team, and explorers make it easier when deciding where to go when scouting out for loot. While traveling, different events will occur, and with that you can turn a bad situation into a good one, or screw up a perfectly good opportunity. As you play more and more, you'll start to get the hang of which stats affect which scenarios. I've of course had a few unlucky runs where I won't get any useful weapons, and my team will collapse on stages with a lot of zombies. Where you choose to scout for loot can have an impact on what you might get. Let's assume that your team needs food. Try to pick a place that you think might have that. Or perhaps if you need more weapons, hopefully something like a gun shop will come your way. Always pick what you think will help your team the most. Once in a while, you'll also get the option to visit traders. Traders usually want your food in exchange for items or skill upgrades. But even if you have little or no food to trade, it's always worth checking it out for loose items, just in case. Some traders also offer food in exchange for gas. Here's a trader, let's see what he's got.
Lamp oil, rope, bombs?
Excuse me, what was that last thing you said?
Bombs?
Yeah, you're getting robbed. Managing your team can be difficult. You start with only 2 members, and as you recruit, you can get up to 4, and it's best to have a good variety of skill sets among your party members. I've had times where I didn't have a mechanic on my team, and I'd struggled to keep my car running. And then the off chance that I get my mechanic skill up, I then run into a pre-made mechanic I made like Mandark. It's almost not even worth recruiting him at this point, but how could I turn down that maniacal laugh? Ah ha ha! Ah ha 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 ha! It also wouldn't be wise to have all fighters on your team. You'd probably struggle to keep members healed up, and your car would break down, leaving you at the mercy of RNG. Most of the stats that alter gameplay are pretty self-explanatory. Morale governs a character's mood, and can shift around a lot throughout a playthrough. If morale gets too low, then a character could do something rash, or even abandon the team altogether. Wits, attitude, composure, and loyalty are personality stats, and can affect the outcome of many different events. Strength allows for more damage with melee weapons. Fitness helps prevent exhaustion, and shooting helps your shooting. There's a plethora of different weapons, including guns, knives, tools, and there's even a chance to get swords. Of the different weapons, some of them help out a lot during the harder levels, like explosives, which you have to be careful with because they can hurt you and your team too. And then there's chainsaws that consume your gas that you need to keep your car running. It's exciting discovering something new in this game, and it's full of surprises. One time I even recruited this ninja girl to my team, and she helped me out big time. Before she left my team, she gave us some smoke bombs. Then I died. This game is ironed out and very well made, but it still has a few minor flaws. I heard that you could kind of cheat the system if somebody dies by hitting Alt F4, which forces the game to close out. This will revert your file back to where you left off. This is a big deal because when I tested it out, it worked. Oh well, it doesn't affect me though. I ain't no cheater. Sometimes glitches will happen too, but most of the time it's rare to come by. One of the glitches I saw was actually on a Let's Play channel called PBG Gameplay. PBG and Jeff got into their car at the end of a looting mission, and this happened.
What?
I don't. Oh my gosh!
What's happening?
It's a glitch. I think it's a glitch.
What do we do?
I don't know.
What do we do?
I don't know. I think it's literally a glitch.
It's kind of hard to explain exactly what happened here, but when they got into the car, it kept pushing them up to the top of the screen. This hasn't ever personally happened to me, but I believe it had something to do with the two-player mode when they got into the car together. So yeah, sorry that happened to you guys. Let's move on, shall we? The next issue is with the Ally AI. Sometimes your allies will pick up an item when scouting for loot, and they're programmed to pick up the best possible items. But if they find something they already have, they end up getting caught in a loop where they can't decide which one to keep. Damn it, Krillin! Put that down! Ah! Bad, Krillin! Bad! Gosh darn it, not you too, Dad! Ah, well, if you can't beat 'em, join 'em, right? Hey, this is pretty fun. You know what? Life is pretty good. Like I said, it's just a minor glitch, and I'm sure the development team can work some of these issues out. If anything, it just made me laugh whenever it happened. I must admit, my first impressions of the bouncing walk animation was a bit of a disappointment to me, but it ended up growing on me after a while. And now I think it suits the style this game was going for. The controls are very simple to get used to, and the game itself is really easy to pick up. Outside of the zombie-infested loot missions, you'll be spending a lot of time reading these more often than not humorous text-based events. For the most part, they're randomly generated and provide a lot of polish to the game's world. A lot of things can happen, and it makes your playthrough feel unique every time. For instance, once I had to solve the mystery of the ghost fart. It's just another day on Death Road when someone farts in a car. Drama and mystery consume the team. Pick someone to blame. Krillin has always been a disappointment. Maybe it was him. My mom? She might have done it. How embarrassing. I'm going to solve this mystery. You see, we're forgetting a major detail here. Aha! The title of the event is Mystery of the Ghost Fart. The fart was made by a ghost! So I've come to my conclusion. Is this game worth playing? Absolutely. I've beaten a few of the modes already, and I seriously love this game. Creating custom characters is fun and makes the game feel more of a personal adventure. There's complex strategy involving the different perks and traits, while maintaining simple-to-play mechanics. The combat is intense and exciting. The style of the art and sound design is catchy and appealing. The text events prolong the amount of enjoyment you'll get from each consecutive playthrough, making each time feel unique. This is a great game, and I could see myself playing it over and over again in the future. I happily recommend this game. And by the way, it's really cool of you all to stick through my entire video. I plan on doing more videos just like this one, but if you're interested, you could check out some of my other videos in the meantime. I've got a couple top 10 videos you should definitely see. But before you go, why not support my channel by hitting that like button and subscribing to my channel? I look forward to seeing you all next time. Have a great holiday, and see you soon.